Hey everyone, welcome to From the Depths. I'm Menti, and this is episode 177 of the Battleship Brawl's Season 3 tournament. In this episode, we've got the Leviathan by Xanderzu as the new challenger, coming in to face the Bahamut by Gaming 19. Neither vessel's up for retirement, no matter what's going to happen. Obviously, the Bahamut's only been in one battle, so let's go ahead and get this underway. Dog agrees. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but she's barking in the background. Leviathan has a pretty ample amount of guns, all firing pretty simultaneously. The Bahamut is as well. And the Bahamut is moving this time. Yeah, its propellers are actually spinning, so it must have just had its engines taken out in the previous match. Those high explosive shells, if they manage to land on the Bahamut, are going to do a lot of damage with how the thing's basically entirely wood. See, one gun is already taken down, and it's actually blocking the firing of that gun. And then explosions. And no, that is not excessive clipping because it is the barrel traverse that is causing that. If those barrels were sticking straight out, they wouldn't be clipping. So that does not qualify as excessive clipping. I think did that high explosive shell just ricochet off the deck, maybe? Or did it just sail that far over? I'm not sure. Ooh, that gun just took a big hit on the Bahamut. It is knocked out. Let's check on the Leviathan. The Leviathan, huge hole missing in the bow. Tons of damage done on the front end of this ship. And it's about to get rammed. Bahamut has lost a lot of its frontal weaponry, but it still has a few guns left. Guns that seem to be rather effective against the Leviathan. And here's the collision lag. The bow of the Bahamut is going to get absolutely shredded by this collision. It's just wood. Or not. Apparently it's actually going to just strip a huge chunk. I guess there's just wood on the outside of this too. Yeah, it just ripped off a huge swath of outer wood armor there. Maybe there is more than just wood in the bow, because it didn't take much damage. Those ships just kind of hammering away at each other. This is actually a pretty good battle. Let's just take a quick look in here. Oh, I'm curious. Nope, it's just wood. I don't know how that managed to not take any damage. And the Leviathan got its armor scraped off. Ooh, Bahamut losing some more guns. This gun is facing the wrong way. Turn around, dude. Enemies on the other side. Both vessels badly damaged. I think the Leviathan may be a little bit worse off, though. I'm not sure. It might have more functional weaponry left. It's a pretty close match either way. 77.7 on the Leviathan, 75.8 on the Bahamut. It is draw territory for both vessels right now. Well, of course it's draw territory for both vessels. It can't be draw for one and not draw for the other. That is just a lot of ship missing up here in the front of the Leviathan. And over here, too. Like, there's just huge holes blown in this thing. I think getting some distance is exactly what the Leviathan wants to do here. The Bahamut is having trouble landing shots at that range, while the Leviathan is still able to score hits. So over-penetrating through the superstructure and then detonating in the air without doing any damage is probably not what those shells want to do. There we go, that was a deck hit. Seems like this frontal gun is the only one firing on the Bahamut anymore. These two are aiming, but I haven't actually seen them fire. I could just be blind, but... No, that one's fired multiple times. These two are not. Don't know what's going on with that. Oh, they're both earning disqualification time, I just noticed. But the Bahamut is actually a lot closer to getting to where it's approaching. And in this situation, it looks like the Bahamut has one more disqualification second than the Leviathan somehow, even though they both should have activated at the same time. I'm going to have to do a quick cut here, and I'm going to have to go back and look at the footage, because my initial reaction is this should have been a draw. They should have detonated at the same time, because they both went out of range at the same time, right? But it is possible that the Leviathan at some point got itself to where it was no longer considered away, and it saved itself with those 4 seconds. So I'm going to do a quick cut here and review the footage, and I'll get back to you on my call on that. Okay, folks, so as you can see right here in this section of the video, at the 3-minute 33-second mark of the battle, the Bahamut actually has 4 seconds of disqualification time, while the Leviathan has 3. There was actually unequal amounts of disqualification time gain going on for different reasons earlier on in the battle. So I didn't notice that. So I figured that they were both at 0 seconds when the disqualification started, and thus it should have started at the same time, therefore they should both be disqualified. If that isn't the case, they actually do have unequal amounts of disqualification time for various sections. So yeah, that is a victory for the Leviathan by 4 seconds of disqualification time. That is cutting it really close. Really, really close. You managed to play by the rules just slightly better than the Bahamut, and it got disqualified for it. So, yeah, thanks for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the battlefield.